kindred spirits? It's so cold outside right now, so I'll stay warm by answering your burning questions. See what I did there? Geeky Ballerina on Tumblr asked, I noticed that Rainbow Rowell's fangirl was in a stack of books by your bed, and I was wondering what you thought of the book. Have a great day. Diana lent that to me, actually, ages ago, and I still haven't read that yet. I should probably do that soon. Scrabble Eyes on Twitter asked, what upcoming writing project are you most looking forward to completing? Well, currently Miss Stacy has us working on writing a freeform poem about an object from our past. I'm writing about my mirror. Well, not my mirror precisely. It's kind of a long story. But you see, my first foster home had this old stained mirror in the upstairs hallway, and when I was bored, which granted was a lot of the time, I would sit in front of this old mirror and talk to Katie, who was this little girl with red hair who lived in the shadow world. She was my only friend then. Nicole Loves Walt on Tumblr asked, if you could live somewhere else in the world, where would it be? I like Avonlea, but I think Paris would be a really romantic place to live. Don't you? Enolas Holmes on Tumblr asked, hi Anne! I love your video blogs. You and I have many things in common, including the fact we never shut up. I always want to share things I like with other people, and no one seems to care or understand why I like the things in the first place. How do you deal with people not being able to relate to you? I think that you should passionately love the things that you want to love, and not let the opinions of others bother you. It's so much better to be excited about things like cool poems and pretty flowers than to be that apathetic, I don't care person. Connie Dear 7 on Twitter asked, if you were a singer, what song would you want to do a cover of? How do you know I'm not a singer? Don't worry, I'll spare you my opera voice for the moment. I would want to do a cover of the Vance Joy song Riptide. It gives me so many deep emotions. Killian and Swan Forever on Tumblr asked, please answer my question in your next Q&A video. I see a lot of Audrey Hepburn on your blog. Are you a big fan? I love Audrey Hepburn. I can't resist reblogging every picture of her that pops up on my dashboard. I love that she was just so graceful and elegant and simply beautiful, and that she did so much charity work in her career and laughed and smiled and was kind to everyone. NerdGirl9898 on Twitter asked, what age has been your favorite age so far? I really enjoyed the Dark Ages. Illiteracy, disease, and lack of democracy! Just kidding. I like 17 so far. 17's been a really good age. Joe Isabella on Tumblr asked 2 questions. How do you think your life will change over the next 20 years? And if you liked a boy and wanted to get him to notice you, what would you do and how? Well, to answer your first question, I imagine I won't be in high school anymore. Wow. I'll be, 37. 37. That's crazy. I don't know where I'll be. I hope that I'll be working on a job that I like and maybe with a person that I love. Who knows? Right, what was the next question? Oh, right, a boy who likes you. I think that you should just be yourself, be friendly, and don't treat him like an alien or a god on a pedestal because boys are just human beings, not the end of the universe. Ollie Oops on Twitter asked, what color do you think your aura is? Do you spell color with a U or without? My aura would definitely be green, and I spell color with a U, the way it should be spelled, the Canadian way. The Nerdy Book Chick on Tumblr asked, I love your writing. What exactly inspires your stories? Oh, thank you so much. I like to write about far-off places and dramatic situations which are extraordinary and exciting. I love my life in Avonlea. It's amazing, but not much happens in a small farming town. And a story is so much more interesting when they feature courageous heroes and heroines getting into terrifying adventures. Rebecca the Historian on Tumblr asked, have you ever read The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank? I haven't yet, but I really want to. From what I've heard, her story is extremely inspiring. Only Slightly Crazy 427 on Tumblr asked, hey Anne, do you like Harry Potter? If so, which Hogwarts house would you be in? Definitely Ravenclaw. Cecily Darcy on Tumblr asked, hi Cecily. She asked, how do you decide which of the wonderful adventures of your life to talk about in your vlogs? Your life is so very interesting. Okay, so first I have to give you some backstory. I have met another kindred spirit on Tumblr. I have found Tumblr to be such a wonderful haven of the most lovely souls. First Diana, who is now my dearest friend, and now Cecily. Cecily is a vlogger who lives in Pennsylvania, and she sent me an ask a few days ago, introducing herself, and then we got to talking about nature and books, and as it turns out, we both like to talk a lot. Unfortunately, she lives extremely far away, so the likelihood of us ever meeting is not so great. But absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? So Cecily, to answer your question, I know it looks like my life is really exciting on YouTube, but I get to choose mostly what I show on camera. Well, mostly, except when my channel gets hacked. Because people wouldn't want to watch me talk about advanced functions homework for 5 minutes every week. I usually turn on the camera and talk when I have a lot on my mind. When the emotions just threaten to overflow and writing on paper just isn't enough. I use the internet to express my feelings. Usually the overflow of emotions coincides with the crazy events in my life. Like when I got Diana drunk accidentally, or when I got my first manicure in September. And Cecily, I'm sure your life is very interesting too. I've been watching your vlogs and you speak French. You speak one of the romantic languages. That is so deliciously thrilling. I just started learning in school last year and you have to tell me, how long have you studied French? What's your favorite word in French and how's your pronunciation and... What? Okay, I'm sorry. I ask too many questions. I suppose that's all for now. Thank you so much for your questions. I do feel slightly warmer. Now I'm off to make some hot chocolate to feel even warmer. Bye!